order. Senate Bill 2315. Madam Secretary.
Senate Bill 2315, a bill for an act to amend and reenact Section 38 of the North Dakota Century Code relating to flaring. The fiscal note attached indicates revenues from other funds of $2,173,000.
Senator Burkhardt.
Good afternoon, Mr. President. Senate Bill 2315 relates to flaring and eliminates any exemption from gross production tax and royalties for wells that are not capped and connected to a gas gathering line or equipped with an electrical generator that consumes at least 75% of the gas from the well. As you know, the Bakken oil development has essentially been in existence since 2007, and it is estimated that 25% of the natural gas is being flared off. One of the reasons for this is pipeline companies that are being held up on completing their pipeline system because of delays in getting the right-of-way. In one instance, we heard there are 235 private landowner right-of-way agreements that are in various stages of completion. The Natural Resources Committee feels that the natural gas gathering infrastructure will catch up with the oil development in the near future and does not want to penalize them for that. The oil companies are well aware of the profits they are missing out on, and that should serve as their financial incentive to get the infrastructure built. The Natural Resources Committee voted 5-1, do not pass. I would ask that you vote red.
Any further discussion? Senator Mathern.
Thank you, Mr. President. If you live in western North Dakota, or you look at western North Dakota through a satellite map, you will see one of the problems that has developed with the development of the Bakken oil field. And that problem is flaring of natural gas. If you look at it from a satellite image, that area of the country looks like a metropolitan area at night. It glows. And that's from the burning of natural gas. While we are proud of the reports that show North Dakota on top of all the other states for economic growth, we seem content to turn our heads and ignore natural gas flaring. By allowing this flaring, we're contributing to a growing problem, and the carrier noted 1/4 of the gas being flared. It is actually much higher than that. It is 1/4 of all gas flared in all of the country is being flared right in North Dakota. I think we're missing out on an economic opportunity. We're being wasteful of the environment. We're being wasteful of energy and the resources before us. We really could capture this gas. It would be a profit to the oil companies. It would be of profit to the royalty owners. It would be of profit to the state. It would be of profit to the entire world in terms of saving this resource. Right now, the natural gas that we're venting and burning in North Dakota could heat 500,000 homes. That is totally being wasted at this time. The rest of the country is looking at North Dakota. The rest of the country is wondering how we are using our resources. The rest of the country is wondering how we are going to be as leaders. This blessing has a responsibility attached to it. Capturing and utilizing natural gas is a common sense strategy that we should use, and it benefits everyone. It's good for economic growth, it creates jobs, and avoids waste. Ladies and gentlemen of the Senate, the world is looking at us Let us respond with leadership. Let us respond with good example, and that is capturing and using this natural gas. It is done in Texas. There is no natural gas flared there. It is done in Norway. We can do it. All this bill does is say you have a year. After that, you have to have this captured. Ladies and gentlemen of the Senate, I ask you to vote yes on Senate Bill 2315.
Further discussion, Senator Bowman.
Mr. President, a few of you that were here 2 years ago, I brought a bill forward to study this problem and bring all the players together to try to figure out the best way to handle this. And that bill never got through. But I will tell you from what I've seen since then is I've seen more gas plants being put into place. More companies are trying to make a profit off that gas. But at the way we're growing, it takes time to coordinate all of these different pads where they have to put an underground line in to capture that gas and take it to the refineries. But if you've seen the changes in the way that they're doing this now compared to what they were 2 years ago, now they're doing directional drilling where they have 7 straight miles of well pad, and now they have 7 straight miles of pipe to collect that gas. But it does take time to do this. You've got to go out and get easements from all the property owners. You've got to have this all coordinated so that you're not going up one hill and down into a valley. You're going on a straight line wherever they can do it. And I think in the next couple of years with some of the new things that we're talking about where we can add value to that natural gas, we're going to see a lot more good ideas coming forward to utilize that. We've got to have a little patience because it does take a lot of time for these things to happen, but it is happening. And I think when we get all done in a couple of years, you're going to see a lot of these problems being corrected. So I hope we sustain the red vote.
Further discussion? Hearing none, the question is on the final passage of Senate Bill 2315. Would the Secretary please open the key? All senators have voted. Any senator wishing to change their vote? Secretary, close the key. Final tally on Senate Bill 2315 reveals 13 senators voting yea. There are 34 senators voting nay. The bill is lost. Next matter.